Some bring false ideas of liberty with them into this new and free country. They think liberty is a license and that they have the right to appropriate to themselves another's goods with impunity. As the timeline unfolds, it is clear that the history of the First Protestant Church runs parallel with the settling of New Braunfels. Reverend Louis Ervenberg was invited by Prince Karl Solms to serve as a Protestant minister for the German immigrants, making the First Protestant Church the first church in New Braunfels. Ervenberg was said to have had a tolerant, cooperative spirit, and while gentle, he was a man of great perseverance. Thinking the prince's proposal was a worthwhile challenge and opportunity, he accepted. The first service this side of the Guadalupe was held under a grove of elm trees on Good Friday, 1845. The early settlers worshipped in a church made of logs rather than stone, and did so in the German language. But tragedy would strike in 1846 with a disease epidemic among the immigrants, which left a trail of graves while traveling from the coast. 348 deaths occurred in the camp, leaving 60 orphaned children. Reverend Ervenberg and his wife personally adopted 19 to bring into the loving family. Ervenberg served as teacher until Reverend Gustav Iserlohr became pastor in 1850. This made way for the cultured Herman Seeley to teach school. Beginning in 1875, limestone was cut from the Landa Quarry, and the first stone, the cornerstone, was set into place. 4 years later, the church was fully erected, and in 1889, the tower was dedicated. With its massiveness and dependability, the tower speaks of God's name. It suggests God as a mighty fortress and a present help in trouble. The weather vane tells us how dependent we are on God's activity in nature. The arrow points straight into the wind. Christians are to face bravely the hard things in life, but with God's strength, we shall overcome. The first pipe organ was purchased in 1898 for a cost of $1,000, the parts of which now reside in the Sophienberg Museum. Looking down from the choir loft, the church is laid out in the shape of a cross, the traditional transept and nave design. Items of great historical significance are a chalice presented by Prince Karl Solms on Good Friday, 1845. Its mate resides in a castle in Braunfels, Germany. The first bells brought to this country from Germany in 1894 from the German Immigration Society, consisting of Columbia, Concordia, and Germania. As you leave the narthex, above the doors leading into the tower room are the words, "The Lord will bless your going out and your coming in, this time and in eternity."